Hey friends, this week's video, I'm gonna be taking you along with me throughout my week and sharing some very practical meal ideas that I've been enjoying that all have at least 30 grams of protein. If you guys are new here, my name's Melanie. I'm a stay-at-home mom of 4, and I love eating a high protein diet. I love health and fitness and also feeding my family well. So all of my meals that I prepare, they're not just for me, they're also foods that I know my kids will eat as well. So if you're looking for some new meal ideas or you wanna know some simple hacks or tips and tricks, things that I do personally that get me more protein in my meal without spending any extra time in the kitchen, hopefully you find today's video helpful, and make sure to like and subscribe to my channel. Okay, so the first recipe I'm sharing with you today is probably one of the most convenient things that you can have in your fridge. If you're looking for a quick meal or a snack, these are Cinnamon Dolce Latte Overnight Oats, and they're quite honestly my latest obsession. I just love this so much. And I know I did say that most of my meals I make kid-friendly, but this is the one recipe today where I am not sharing this with my kids. First of all, they don't need any more caffeine. I mean, I'm not giving them caffeine, but they're just bouncing off the walls already. So yeah, that's definitely not happening. But if you do want to make this kid friendly, just leave out the espresso and it is definitely going to taste just as yummy that way. But us mamas, we need all the caffeine that we can get. At least I do. I don't know. Am I the only mom that is a little bit addicted to caffeine? Okay, confession time is over. Let's move along. I'm gonna talk to you a little bit about some of the ingredients, but just a reminder, I like to type up my recipes and put them in the description box below. So if you do wanna make today's recipe, I recommend checking out the description. That way you will have accurate measurements. For sweetness, I am going to be mashing up a banana shortly, so that will add enough sugar, but I'm also adding in a little bit of maple syrup. I'm a Canadian girl, so I love me some maple syrup and I'm not ashamed of it. Just a little bit goes a long way in this recipe. But for protein, I did include high protein milk, which is a staple in my household. I like to buy the one that I find at Costco, which has 20 grams of protein in 1 cup of milk, which is awesome. And then I'm also using a whey isolate protein powder. And I also added in some 0% plain Greek yogurt, which has tons of protein, and it's also gonna help thicken things up a little bit. I do feel like overnight oats are one of the best things that you can have ready in your fridge. If you like to have oats in the morning for breakfast, or if you are like me and want to have a perfect pre-workout snack that won't leave you feeling weighed down, it's going to give you quick carbs from the oats and the banana, and it's also going to give you enough protein to help support muscle growth and recovery after your workout. And forgive me if I'm repeating myself, but it does have espresso, ladies. So this is gonna cover all of your bases in the morning or for your pre-workout snack. And also, when I'm serving it, I like to add a tiny pinch of flaky sea salt on top, along with some sliced bananas and a little dash of extra cinnamon. And if you do want to level this up even more, you could try shaving some extra dark chocolate right on top just before serving, and that would just take it to another level. It's lunchtime now, so I'm gonna be throwing together a quick salad, and one of my favorite proteins to add on top of salad is shrimp. I love shrimp because one, it's really healthy. It's a great source of protein and it's so quick and easy to cook. You just throw it in a steamer basket and wait a few minutes and you're ready to go. It's also really easy to calculate the protein because just have to look at this bag and see what it says. So it's telling me that 10 shrimp, only 70 calories and 16 grams of protein. So that's really easy. So all I have to do is pull out 10 cooked shrimp. I know exactly how much protein I'm getting, but that still doesn't get us to 30 grams of protein. One of my favorite ways to add extra protein to anything is this ingredient right here, cottage cheese. Now I could just plop a bit of cottage cheese on top of my salad and that's good and dandy, and that will get us the protein we need. But something that I like to do is turn my cottage cheese into a creamy salad dressing. Really easy tastes delicious. All you have to do is throw in a bunch of your favorite ingredients, some fresh herbs, some garlic or lemon, a little bit of olive oil. Trust me, it is an awesome salad dressing. So that's what I'm gonna do today, and I'm going to make sure that I get half a cup of cottage cheese in my dressing. That way I know that I'm getting an extra 13 grams of protein, which leaves us just shy by 1 gram of protein to hit that 30 gram of protein goal. I could add hemp hearts, which is an easy way to get extra protein on a salad. You could add some chickpeas or beans, or even just the combination of lettuce and vegetables will get us that 1 gram of protein, so I'm not too concerned about that. So I'm going to start by just steaming up my shrimp, and then while my shrimp is cooking, I will put together my salad dressing. Okay, let's talk salad dressings for a quick minute. I don't know if you've ever turned over a store-bought salad dressing and tried to read some of the ingredients. Some of them I can't even pronounce. I don't even know what they are. Is it even food? I don't know. I do feel so much better when I make my own homemade salad dressings. That way I can control the ingredients that are in it and also the flavors, and this salad dressing has so much flavor. The cottage cheese makes it protein packed and also creamy, and then I've added in some fresh basil and a little bit of fresh thyme. I love using fresh herbs whenever I can because they have so much more flavor than the dried herbs. I added in lots of lemon juice, I have some honey, I added Dijon mustard, and then a little bit of a kick. I'm adding in a little bit of red chili pepper flakes as well, but this is optional. And then a little pinch of sea salt, a little tiny bit of olive oil. I'm definitely not afraid of adding fats to things. I just use fat in moderation. And then you could put this in a blender, or if you have an immersion blender like I do, you can just pour everything in a mason jar and mix it up that way. And then you can just add a splash of water until it reaches the consistency that you like. So I have my lettuce, and here I have just peeled my shrimp and I've taken out exactly 10. And I have some leftover corn here that I'm gonna add on my salad. A little bit of tomatoes, not even cutting them. Keeping this really simple. And I do actually have some beans in my fridge. Just a little bit of beans here. I know for sure I'll be at that 30 grams of protein. And look at that. So yummy. And this will be a very, very generous amount of salad dressing, so you can make your salad even bigger. So there you have it. Does that not look so delicious? It's packed with protein, lots of flavor, so yummy. And we're gonna eat this outside because it is a beautiful day out. Safe to say, I am obsessed with this dressing. It is phenomenal. Okay, for dinner tonight, I am just going to do a basic chicken stir fry. I'm actually getting a little bit low on groceries, so it's really gonna be simple. I just have bell peppers and some onion. I'll add some garlic, and then for flavor, I'll add some soy sauce, maybe some kind of herb seasoning. So obviously the chicken breast is a great protein source, but I actually only have 2 chicken breasts right now and I have to feed my whole family. So a simple way to get more protein from your carb is, instead of using a rice, I'm going to swap that with quinoa. And quinoa actually has more protein, obviously, than rice. So that's just a really simple hack. And I will need, I think, 2.5 ounces of chicken and, hold on. Oh no. If I use 3 ounces of cooked chicken breast along with half a cup of cooked quinoa, that will give me 30 grams of protein. Or if I don't have quite enough chicken, I will just reduce the chicken a little bit and do 2.5 ounces of chicken breast, and then up my quinoa to 1 full cup of cooked quinoa, and that will get me 30 grams of protein. So for the veggies, I have some onion, bell peppers, and then I also am gonna add in some celery. And then I'll have some garlic cloves, which I will mince and add in near the end of the cook time. So I'll start by cooking the veggies until they're soft. I'll remove them from the pan, and then I will add my chicken breast and give them a nice sear. And then I will just toss everything together. Look at the color of this chicken breast. See that? Oh, glorious. So now that my chicken is almost fully cooked through, I'm going to take my softened veggies, just dump everything in together, and then I'm going to take my garlic cloves, take some lemon, okay, so first I'm going to measure out my cooked quinoa here. 1/2 cup. And then for the chicken, since I want to be precise, I'm actually going to use my scale. And I'm just going to zero this out and change it to ounces. So I'm just going to weigh out the chicken and make sure I get 3 ounces of it. So this does not include the veggies. Okay, so that's 3.1 ounces. You can see here. So that is 30 grams of protein, guys. Easy peasy. And then I'm just gonna add on top my veggies. You can see so much sauce in the bottom, and I'll just spoon that on top of everything. Such a practical, simple dinner to make, and I'm proud to say that took me less than 30 minutes. Guys, this doesn't have to be hard or complicated. Dinner tonight is definitely a family favorite, something that we have basically every single week, and it's tacos. I'm gonna show you how I make tacos and how to make sure you're eating enough of the beef, what other ingredients you should add to your tacos to make sure that you're getting 30 grams of protein in one serving. I'm also all out of my taco seasoning packets, so I just pulled up a recipe online and I'm gonna make my own taco seasoning, and I will also link that in the description in case you wanna make your own taco seasoning as well. Okay, I know, a taco night is really not that special or unique. I'm pretty sure most families are having a taco night at least once a week. It's just so darn easy and practical. But there are a few simple swaps that I like to make that just helps to boost the protein for a simple meal like tacos, while also cutting back on some of the extra calories without feeling like I'm making any kind of sacrifice. And I also don't have to make this meal any different in order to make those swaps. So I'm still cooking this meal for my entire family, but the way that I personally make my taco is just slightly different than if I were giving it to my kids. So I'll show you just some simple swaps that I make and just ways that I make this a little bit healthier with a little more protein. So in my pan, I have 1 pound of lean ground beef, and then I've just chopped up a little bit of yellow bell pepper and a little bit of onion as well.
Can we do food for sale?
No, guys, sorry. I don't know about your kids, but my kids love selling things at the end of my driveway. I've got some entrepreneurs in this house. They actually make pretty good money too, but guys, you can't do it because then I gotta sit out there with you.
No,
fun. Not fun. Now, you may already be doing this, but I like to dab any of the extra fat that has accumulated in the pan after cooking the ground beef. And I am using an extra lean ground beef here, but there is still some leftover fat in the pan. And if you can either dump that out or just dab it gently with a paper towel, that will make this meal a little bit lighter. And then I do like to add in a splash of chicken broth. You could even use a bone broth if you have it, because that will add extra protein. And I love soy sauce, so I always add a splash of that for some extra flavor. Something that I like to do with my meals, just to make sure that I'm actually hitting the protein amount that I want to, and I'm not just eyeballing everything, is to use some kind of macro tracker to type out my meal before I'm plating it. That way I know exactly how much of everything to put on my plate. I mean, I know that does take a little bit of extra time, but if protein, if you're counting calories, if that's important to you, then you do need to track just so that you know how much it looks like. So I'm gonna show you what it looks like to have at least 30 grams of protein for taco dinner night. And I know that I'm gonna need 85 grams of lean ground beef. I'm going to be using Cottage cheese. This is such an easy protein boost that you can add to any meal. I'm gonna use this instead of sour cream tonight, but you could also use a plain Greek yogurt. So I'm gonna use cottage cheese, but I do love cheese. So I'm still gonna add a little bit of cheese. I'm going to use shredded cheese. I have these mini corn tortillas. Corn tortillas are a really great option because they are really low in calorie, and you can have 3 of these for 120 calories. And then another protein boost, I'm going to be using some canned beans just to add a little extra topping on the tortillas or on the tacos. And that's gonna add some extra fiber, a little bit of extra protein. All right, so I'm going to pull out my scale. So that is about 85 grams of ground beef. You're gonna have cottage cheese to add extra protein. We need 2 tablespoons of any kind of beans. So mine are just mixed beans. Cheese. That's tricky, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
I can't get it. Oh. Oh. All right, round two. Give it a bang. Oh my goodness. I don't know if we're having salsa today. Ah!
Finally.
Yeah. There you have it. That right there is 33 grams of protein.